It's me, Afoyo, with today's boring unboxing of Duel for Cardia. This one is brand spanking new, and it has impressed the mind bug people, so that is impressive enough for me. If I rush this out, I think I will be the first one with like a gameplay video, but let's check it out. Alright. Cardia. In gratitude for her liberation, a mighty djinn created the wondrous city of Cardia. Legend has it that whoever wins over the 4 factions and gains their powerful signet rings will rule the city. Your goal is set. Play your cards at the right time and use their abilities wisely to outwit your opponent. Components: 76 cards, 40 tokens, 1 rulebook. And yeah, so the whole thing about this game is you can either use the card for its number, power, rank, power, or you can use it for its ability on the bottom of the card, the words on the card. And Mindbug would have signed this had they known. But 2025 Hans M. Gluck, I've heard of them before. Medium weight. Fauzi Bogita, born in 77. As a writer with many facets, he has written for animation, video games, and comic books. When he's got off time, he designs board games. Fauzi Bogita, look out for him. And Matthew Rivero is a general fan of words. He wrote several novels, and later he thought board games were fun, maybe. He's translated and worked on many of them before, dabbling in design. Okay, then this other guy, Franz G. Stamel, thought about becoming a cardiologist for a long time. Instead, he became a designer and illustrator and is grateful to design games alongside all branding and identities. Okay, whole bunch of guys. I'm not going to read everybody. We will read. Christina Khalida is a young artist from Malaysia where it's summer all year round. Really? All right, a whole lot of people stuck their foot into this game. Paper wrapping, always nice to see. Okay. Some kind of insert or something. Bunch of sheets. And okay, we did not read this. Okay, once there was a young adventurer who rescued a mighty djinn trapped in the heart of a swamp. Together they built the magical city of Cardia. Today, life in the city is flourishing, yet 4 factions are struggling for power. The Rebellion Green from the swamp, and the Scholars from the Academy Gold, the Guild Red with their mechanical contraptions, and the Dynasty Blue, descendants of the adventurer. Whoever finds the powerful signet rings and thus the favor of the factions becomes the next ruler of Cardia. Play your cards right and outsmart your opponent. Okay, components: 2 times 32 character cards, so I think they're the same, but just 2 copies of everything. And 4 summary cards, 8 location cards, 12 signets, 6 ongoing tokens, 22 modifiers with different fronts and backs, 8 times 1, 8 times 3, and 6 times 5. Setups sit opposite each other. Place all signets, modifiers, and ongoing tokens within easy reach at one end of the table. Place the location cards in a face-down stack near the supply. The chevron on the back points to the other side of the table. That indicates the direction of play. For your first games, ignore the effect on the front. Page 15. Take all character cards marked with the 1 in the lower right corner. Each player takes the 16 cards with the same back design. Place the other 32 cards marked with the 2 back into the box. More on page 15. Shuffle your 16 cards face down and place them in a stack in front of you. This is your draw pile. We'll call this your deck from now on. 5. Draw the top 5 cards from your deck into your hand. 6. Take 2 summary cards each. They are marked with the question in the upper right corner. Okay, the cards, your decks are identical except for the back. A deck consists of 16 cards with values 1 through 16. This value is called influence. Each card also has ability and belongs to one of 4 factions with its own color. Okay, influence and ability name and ability type and faction and deck number. And objective and gameplay. Cardia is a duel, and all rounds you play 2 cards facing each other. This is called an encounter. The played card with the higher influence gains a signet. The lower card activates its ability. Played cards stay in play and can be affected by abilities. Signets that have been won can change sides during the course of the game. More on that later. Signets that have been won can change sides during the course of the game. More on that later. Place the next cards in the direction of play to the previously played encounter so that these cards are also opposite each other and so on. Opponent's cards, your cards. Okay. The player who first collects 5 signets on their cards wins the game. We recommend you play until one player has won 2 games, best of 3. Okay. A game lasts several rounds until one player wins the game. Each round consists of 3 phases. 1, play cards. 2, activate ability. 3, end of the round. Got it. Okay, 1, play cards. You each place 1 card face down and then reveal them simultaneously. Then you compare these 2 cards. Place cards. Choose 1 card from your hand and place it face down on your side of the play area. You can choose any one of the cards in your hand. Your opponent also chooses 1 card and places it opposite of your card. Then reveal. Now reveal your cards at the same time and compare their influence. The card that has the higher influence wins the encounter. Take 1 signet from the supply and place it on the winning card. Tie. Both cards have the same influence. The encounters are tied, and no card wins or loses the encounter. Thus, don't place a signet on one of the cards. Skip to phase 2. The activate ability and continue with phase 3. Okay, 2, activate ability. Only 1 player whose card loses the current encounter immediately activates the ability of the losing card. Note, it can be to your advantage to lose an encounter to activate an ability. You must resolve the activated ability to the fullest extent possible and including any consequences also for other cards. To resolve an ability, do what the text on the card says. Note, you're allowed to play cards whose ability you can't resolve completely or at all. Important only. The ability of the card losing the current encounter in phase 1 is activated. If the ability causes a card played in a past encounter to lose, the card's ability is not activated. Okay, that's important. Some abilities contradict the general rules of the game. In such cases, the abilities always take precedence over the general rules. Alright, number 8. There are 2 types of abilities, each with their distinct icon. Instance with the thunderbolt and ongoing with an infinity symbol. When you activate an instant, you do it right then, immediately. Your Saboteur 5 loses this encounter, so you activate the ability. Your opponent discards the top 2 cards of their deck, and your opponent places both cards face up onto their discard pile. Ongoing ability, it just keeps on going from now on. It remains in effect even if the card wins the encounter over the course of the game. If the ongoing token is removed from the card, the ongoing ceases to be in effect. Immediately resolve any changes this may entail, including past encounters. If an ongoing ability ceases to be going off, then resolve any changes that may entail, including past encounters. Okay, so once that goes off, then you gotta retroact stuff. Okay, modifying influence. Some abilities allow you to add influence to your card. Take a modifier with the indicated value from the supply and place it on the appropriate card below the card's influence. The values of all modifiers on a card are now added or subtracted from the card's influence. They modify the card's influence as long as they remain on the card. Remember, the ability of a card that now loses is not activated. Okay, end of round. At the end of the round, draw 1 card from your deck to your hand. If your deck is empty, you can't draw any more cards. Don't reshuffle your discard pile. You do not lose the game if you can't draw a card. Note you always draw exactly one card in this phase, and over the course of the game you can have more or fewer than 5 cards in your hand, then start a new round with phase 1. Okay, end of the game. The game ends as soon as one of the following conditions is met. Phase 1, your opponent can't play a card, you win the game. Phase 2, you activate an ability that says you win the game, then you win the game. Phase 3, you have 5 or more signets on your card at the end of the round, then you win the game. Tie. If both players have 3 in phase 3 have the same amount of signets, at least 5, then continue playing until one player has more signets than the other one. One wins this way. Special case, not gonna read that. Now you're ready to start playing. Summary cards have infos and reminders. Adjusting the difficulty, 0 to 4. If you played a few games, you can vary the game with location cards and deck 2. To help you choose one of the possible combinations, there are 4 difficulty levels. Higher blades in training, experienced beginners, mighty mages, and the Gen is impressed. Simply add up the skulls of your chosen deck and the shown on the top right corner of the location chosen. And then deck 1 has 0, and deck 3 has 1. Playing without a location has a 0. Okay, so the locations there, difficulty, deck 2, locations, combining decks. Keywords, influence, discard, copy and activate. Deck 1 clarifications, played cards, previous encounter, past encounter. Okay, next to the one in the direction, past encounters, there's any ones in the past, following encounter. Deck 2 clarifications. Overview, the game ends if you win. Okay, cool. Alright, next quick video. Flipping through the cards. Stay tuned. Boyo Games. Holla back.